Hey, you don't look terrible in a TranStar uniform.
Thanks. You, on the other hand, look like a fucking car crash. Prey, a sci-fi first-person shooter developed by Arcane Studios, published by Bethesda, and apparently it has something to do with the game from 2006 with the same name, but fucking, I don't know, I never played that one. But this Prey is a pretty good game in my opinion. I don't think it's without its faults, but still, I enjoyed it. So you start it up and get to choose between angry-looking Asian man or angry-looking Asian woman, both called Morgan Yu. You wake up in a beautiful room with a beautiful view, you go to your new beautiful job and everything is fantastic, but then whoops, turns out it's a simulation, you're really on a space station with a bunch of evil creepy crawlies and you can't remember anything. So you gotta survive while simultaneously figuring out what fucked up the space station and how much you had to do with it. Spoilers, it's a lot. You had a lot to do with it. I gotta say, the story overall is pretty interesting. It's the kind of plot where the mystery is actually mysterious, and slowly learning more and more about it was really rewarding. Plus, learning the history of the space station through emails and notes and voice recordings left behind really made the whole thing feel a lot more authentic. I mean, I didn't pay attention to most of them because I was busy dying, but you know, I'm sure they're cool. I also love the design of the space station you explore. You know, sometimes in games like these, all the areas can sort of blend together, but in Prey, each area has its own little personal touch that makes it much more memorable. So yeah, story, good, space station, good, this guy's a car crash, but how about that gameplay? Well, it is a first-person shooter, so naturally a lot of it is shooting at things, but in Prey, it's a bit more intricate than that. The enemies are tough and ammo can be scarce, so you have to use stealth quite a lot. I lost count of how many times I burnt all my ammo on a super tough enemy and then had to face the next group of baddies with nothing but a wrench and a good personality. Of course, you can always find extra ammo and supplies by exploring the station, which is pretty fucking big by the way. And exploring it is very fun. Like I said, the station is well designed, but it was also just fun finding little hidden rooms and areas that contain sweet supplies. I love how the game gives you multiple ways to approach your objectives. Like say you gotta get past a locked door, maybe you find the right keycard, maybe you go around through the ventilation shaft, or maybe you dig all the way underneath the door like Wayne Knight in Space Jam. That's what I like about Prey, it gives you options on how to play. For example, throughout the game you get these neuro mods that kind of act as points to buy abilities with. And there are multiple different abilities in multiple different categories, like there's the ability to hack terminals, the ability to move heavy objects, the ability to shoot magic out of your face. I feel like there was a bit of a jump there. And the abilities you take change up how you get past obstacles and how you generally play the game a lot. For example, I put most of my points into hacking because I wanted to feel like the coolest hacker dude in the world. Oh shit, it's Wayne Knight again. But I could always play again and focus more on psi abilities or upgrading weapons or repairing stuff, makes for good replayability. Although, even though I do really like Prey's gameplay, I feel like I should mention the problems I had with it. Now, I'm probably going to get shit for this because from what I've read, it seems like not many people think this is a big deal, but am I the only one who just didn't like these space segments? Look, I know the game basically had to have them, because, you know, can't have a space game without going into outer space. That's like having a football game without the football. Maybe. But still, I'm sorry, I just did not enjoy these segments. They happened too often, enemies were way more annoying because it was nearly impossible to avoid their attacks, and okay, I know it's not really fair to criticize the controls for something like this because you are literally floating around in space, it's not supposed to control super easily, but still, it feels like you're swimming in a giant pool of Marmite. Yeah, sorry to make such a big deal out of that, but on the bright side, that basically is the only real problem I have with Prey. Annoying outer space segments aside, I think it's good. Like I said, the story is interesting, the space station is cool, exploring is fun, and it all fits together quite well. I like how even though you can go exploring and do side missions, it still always feels like the game is guiding you through its story. It's paced very well. And even though I didn't enjoy the space bits that much, I still think this game is well worth a look. So yeah, Prey is a fun, challenging game with an interesting story, and you get to have a Nerf gun, so it's basically the best game ever made. Prey is like every alien-related thing ever all mushed together, even Alf.